Hi, I'm Lawson. Check out my newsletter on Substack. Um, and if my content interests you, and you want to help me out, please become a paid subscriber to my newsletter. It would help me a lot because my laptop's dying, and I'm concerned about that. But anyway, I've been jonesing out on Tik Tok lately, out of boredom, because it's so fascinating and so interesting and addictive. You know, I've been watching a lot of travel videos. These young people traveling all over the Far East or Europe or whatever, and documenting what they're doing and their experiences, and also people from the UK or Germany coming to the States and experience some of what we have to offer. And it's been really interesting, and I really want to go to Australia, and I always wanted to go to the UK and France and Germany. I want to do all that someday. And I got to thinking, I'm looking at all these young people in their 20s doing this. And I think, well, the thought never occurred to me to try that when I was young. I was having too hard of a time finding jobs and being employed. But if I had to do it over again, I'd figure out how to do that. Figure out how to travel by myself and go experience, just travel and see the world and do things on my own. You know, you meet interesting people. You see things you never thought you'd see, and try different things. It'd be so cool. It just looks like a lot of fun. I think a lot of young people get so caught up in wanting to be employed or wanting to go to school right away. I think there's a lot to be said for figuring out how to go overseas and do some traveling. I don't know. I guess it's boredom talking. I have a hard time getting out of my apartment and doing things with no car and stuff. But it sure would be nice to go to Australia. One of these days, I want to go see Melbourne and Sydney. And I have some online friends, people I've met online, that I've been talking to for a few years. And I'd like to meet them in person. That'd be cool. So, I just didn't have anything really to talk about. And I was watching videos and kind of inspired this video. I was watching the TikToks, and this kind of inspired this video. And so it's just something to think about, if you're young, if you have the opportunity, go for it. Go overseas and see Europe, Far East, or whatever. Because if you blow an opportunity, you don't always get a second chance to do it, If you have an opportunity when you're young, you might not have that opportunity when you're older. And then you're going to wish you did it. So, I probably could have gone back to Japan for a visit after I came back to the States, because I had a brother and his family living in Japan at the time, in the 90s. I probably could have gone back, experienced one last time, and I didn't do it, and I'd probably never get a chance to go back. So, live without regrets, enjoy it while you can, and get out and meet new people and explore new things. Because life's too short. So I'll try to make. I have things to do tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to be online tomorrow, because I'm having issues with my laptop, and I have a doctor's have doctor's appointments tomorrow. So if I disappear for a few days, you'll know why. Talk to y'all later. Leave comments and suggestions, and subscribe to my newsletter. I'd appreciate it. Have a good one.